Nominees have undergone scrutiny by the National Assembly's Appointments Committee, with some showing limited familiarity with their designated ministries, with MPs questioning their suitability for the roles. Among those vetted are Interior Cabinet Secretary nominee Professor Kithure Kindiki, who was pressed to explain his handling of the recent Gen Z protests, which resulted in the deaths of 42 Kenyans, at least. Meanwhile, Health Docket nominee Deborah Mulongo faced tough questions on her plans to tackle cartels within Afya House, among other critical issues. Our senior political reporter, Elizabeth Mutuku, has the details.
The National Assembly's Committee on Appointments commenced its mandate today. Minutes past 8 a.m., Interior Ministry nominee Professor Kithure Kindiki took the hot seat. MPs put Kindiki to task, demanding that he explains to the country why he deserves another chance. Without mincing words, they sought to understand his responsibility regarding the deaths of 42 Kenyans during the youth-led anti-government protests.
What makes you think you are suitable in spite of all those problems that you have encountered the last 2 months?
Generally, the police tried their best to protect the country against mobs of criminals, arsonists, and other dangerous people.
In his defense, Professor Kindiki distanced himself from the police brutality meted against Kenyans during the demonstrations. He told the committee that police officers take orders from the National Police Service, though he assured that justice will be served and the culprits brought to book.
That any officer went beyond what is allowed in terms of the use of force. It is now the work of the independent police oversight authority and other accountability agencies to help the country to bring to closure the issue of justice for excess use of force.
I, Dr. Deborah Mulongo Barasa.
The second nominee to be scrutinized by the committee was Deborah Mulongo Barasa, nominated for the Health Docket with a net worth of 455 million shillings. She faced tough questions as MPs put her on spot to explain how she will tackle corruption in Afya House. MPs seemed dissatisfied with her responses.
What will you do to minimize, or if possible, completely eradicate this menace of corruption in that health sector?
I think that we need to strengthen the processes and procedures that exist. And one of the ways is through a digital platform.
Others who appeared before the Appointments Committee included Migos Ogamba, nominated for the Education Docket. MP sought to understand how he plans to address challenges related to university funding. Some questioned why, with a net worth of 790 million shillings, he chose to serve in the education sector, and whether his nomination was politically motivated.
And the solution to that is to ensure that we are able to come up with a fund that will totally cover the costs of education in the country.
Defense nominee Soipan Tuya was also questioned about her suitability for the position and how she plans to address the challenges in the defense sector, including the new relations with NATO. Meanwhile, Land CS Alice Wahome faced scrutiny over the controversial land bill and its intended purpose.
Freeholds within the cities then therefore are enjoying facilities and they are paying nothing.
The committee is expected to continue with its exercise tomorrow. Elizabeth Mutuku, TV 47, Palm Buildings, Nairobi.